right, good day, evening here. It is 7:30, 30 degrees. We got this Sleet event coming in. I was gonna go out, then I was like, no, I won't go out. I won't bother with it. Because the Futurecast kind of only showed it for an hour, and the accumulation wasn't that much, but I'm getting so many weather alerts that this is going to be bad, blah, 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 stay off the roads, blah, blah, blah. And I think they're just really trying to warn people, which is good. But I would be kind of remiss if I have all this salt that I'm sitting on during a salt shortage and I'm not getting to the clients. Now, I'm not going to do one. Now, here's the deal. It's tough because the following morning, the temperatures are going to rise above freezing. So like one of these clients I have, he has two properties, and one of the properties I do for him, he has like elderly mother-in-law, whatever, who really I doubt is going out at 8 in the morning. Now I should really be salting for her. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it's borderline, it might not even happen. And I feel bad because there's been kind of bills up the wazoo for this guy. And if it does happen, everything, it's going to be like 38, 39 degrees tomorrow. Now that's in the afternoon, but even when the low is going to be like 28, so it's not going to take it that long to get above freezing and start melting. With that being said, I know he goes out very early in the morning, and so does I have another client who wants to make sure their big long driveway is salted and whatever. Listen to this beauty. She's cold. Has not been used since Saturday morning. It's only Tuesday. It's Tuesday night, but it's out for a few days. But anyway, we're gonna get back to this here and get these driveways knocked out, and hopefully I'm home by 8 o'clock-ish. I don't know. What do you think? You think we can knock this out in a half hour and be home? That's what I'm kind of hoping. Nice, easy, bang, bang. Pre-salt, pre-treat, and then these guys will be good to go for in the morning. That's the plan. That's the goal. Not having to be out driving around in icy conditions, not having to leave my house at like 3 a.m. to work before I go to work super early, and be in people's driveways at 3 or 4 a.m. and have dogs barking and what have you. We're not doing any of that. We're getting it done now. We're getting it done at a decent time, and it'll be good. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Peace. All right, good morning. It is 8:30, 34 degrees on the clock, but I don't know if you can see this. It is, can you see that? I don't know if you can see them popping off the hood, probably not. We got like this sleet, freezing rain, nastiness, so we are en route to salt. I was kind of debating it, because you can never trust the radar. It says one thing, and everybody's got really mixed opinions on what's going to happen here. You can see schools here are in session. I'm in the Arlington School District. That is an Arlington school bus. Schools here are in session, which and they usually close for every little thing. And the local towns, which are usually the best with the snow removal, salting, etc., are not out. Probably because they're looking at the temps. The county and the state, which have the main roads, which, you would think they would be more on top of, and in this case they are. 9 times out of 10 here, they're actually not. But I was out earlier this morning and everything was salted to the max. They just had like max blast. You can kind of see that intersection right there. They're just blasting these roads full of salt, which is a good thing because, you don't want this stuff to come down and, it'll be icy, right? This is icy, slick stuff. It is going to change to rain. So that was my hesitation on the initial Do I go out and salt? I don't know. I feel bad because it's just going to wash away if we have like an hour of freezing rain. But then I kind of did peek out my window. I have one client that I was going to salt for no matter what because they're... thinks we're going to crash into that truck there. Which this system does work with a plow on, in case you're wondering, because it just uses the system up there rather than like the 150s and stuff. They're in the grill. The newer ones might be in the grill too. I'm not exactly sure. This is a 2020 model. Anyhow, so I wasn't sure, and I only have like one client that pays for salt per event but he has multiple addresses on his account. So he's the real one, but he's the nicest guy in the world. So I don't know why I always like get in my head about it, but I think he would want it salted to be on the safe side. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna salt, especially his driveway looks to be his driveway here is long. Now the thing is, I have two around here that are very long driveways that I salt. The other property I do for this guy, if the future cast is correct, now I'm not saying it is or isn't, I don't, you don't know with future radar. It's impossible to tell. It's one of those things. But the future cast is showing his other property that's on the account, which is a lot further away. It's showing that property staying in this so it's basically, it's 8:30 now, right? So it's showing like between 9:30 and 9:45 it's supposed to turn to rain here according to the radar. Now, so like I said, basically an hour worth of this. That's why I was kind of like, see if it just does this thing, wash away. Over by his other account, or his other account that I do, it's looking like it's closer to lunchtime. It's closer to 11:30, 11:45, somewhere around there. So it's another couple hours of this. So that's why I want to head over there. I kind of wish I would have got an earlier jump on this. The only issue is I had to drop the dog off. I actually had blood work and stuff done this morning. So I had quite a busy morning. Went home, had breakfast with the family. Now we're out and working. But everything looks so good so far. So I'm gonna hit this guy's house right now because he's here, and I'm gonna go hit his other property because it's a lot further. Hit another one on my way back, and then I have a 10 o'clock haircut appointment. So hopefully we can get all that in by 10 o'clock, or before 10 o'clock. I'd like to swing home and have kind of cut my breakfast short. I'll have one more thing to eat before the haircut, and we'll see how the roads are. But let's get out, let's get it salting, and go from there. All right, I don't know if you can see this driveway now. Can you see this? I can't film with my hand. All right, well, what's up? uphill without falling. We're gonna open up another little bag because they really pay for 2, and this was like 1 3/4. Let's see, 1 3/4 got us a pass and 3/4, just like it should. So next one we'll get another little bag, quarter bag. It's nasty out here. It is nasty out. I don't know if you can just see. Like nasty. All right. So let's put you down here. I don't know if you can hear it. Give the town some. We got another bag. So they probably got 2.25. To get the exact width of the driveway. Otherwise, it's spread. Wow, better. Right back here. Let's flip around. I'm gonna shake this out, so I'm gonna pause the video. Alright, so just look at, I don't know if you guys can see that ice buildup. It's sleet ice. Flip this off, parking brake is engaged, and disengage that. With this storm, it really depends on where you were as to what you received. You can see, I don't know if you can see that, it's starting to really get on the roads. I'm shocked. This town of Beekman is usually amazing when it comes to snow removal. Why is this all blurry? Focus. Alright, that was recording in some kind of different setting and it wasn't focusing. But this town here is usually very good at all things snow removal, ice removal, etc. And I don't want to say they dropped the ball but the roads are starting to get slick, and usually they're way ahead of the game rather than responding to slippery situations. But whatever. That was the case in LaGrange too. I saw all of them. About 30 trucks come out at once. So if you divide Dutchess in half, it's very interesting. The eastern half, which is like, just think of like east of the Taconic, basically, that kind of runs through the middle, which I'm considered the eastern half of Dutchess, where I am right now. That was the one with the winter weather advisories and all this stuff, and that's because there's a lot more mountainous terrain over on the eastern side compared to the western side. Western side's slower, it's by the Hudson. But the reality was inversed. So I went over to the western side, and once you got west of the Taconic, right now it's like sleet mixed with like it's nothing here. over there, it's coming down as snow and sleet, but the snow is coming down heavy in big flakes and actually starting to stick to the roads and the highways too. So yeah, there's accidents over there. It's a mess over there. It's not great here either. Don't get me wrong in saying that, but it's a lot more of a mess over there. So, and that's what those roads treated. I know for a fact the state and the county's been out. So, you know, it's one of those things. But we are going to make it to this 10 o'clock appointment, which is good. I'm going to drop the extra salt bags along with, hopefully I didn't leave that. Just trying to think. I don't know what I did with the little hand spreader I use for the walkways. That property is very far away, so hopefully I didn't leave that property far away, but that is a big tool for me. I need it. So worst case, we'll go back after, but gonna just drop. I'm gonna take the truck. Usually, actually, it's kind of, maybe I'll switch out and take the, I'll switch and take the Tiguan. But it's a catch-22 driving in ice. All of my vehicles have snow tires on. So the Tiguan probably has definitely has the oldest least tread snow tires. So that's probably the worst one to drive in ice, but it's not bad right now. The problem is it's kind of like a catch-22. Like, the truck is super heavy and harder to stop, but if you drive a truck with a plow on it, I'm not saying the plow is the end-all be-all, but there's something about having the ability to drop the plow if you're sliding that helps. And in a car or SUV, you can't do that. So you kind of have to be on it. You have to, turn the plow controller back on and be on point. But, there's something to be said for that. So anyway, I'm going to drop this. The truck's warmed up. I'm just going to take the truck just in case. It's tight. The parking, I'll take the. I'm back and forth. The parking's tight over there. That's the problem. And the truck is tight enough as is, and you add a plow, and I don't want people hitting, it's be a mess. But hopefully everybody should be working, right? What's that? What is work? Nobody knows. Anyhow, it's tough because it depends. If you got two good spots to choose from. I guess I could park in the shopping center next door if it's worst comes to worst. I'm behind. Now I'm just rambling to myself. But conditions here are just wet. It actually looks like it sounds more like rain. That's why I'm thinking about taking the car. It sounds more like rain mixed in with a little bit of sleet compared to what I just drove through about a half hour ago on the other side of on the western side of the county. I was over by that Arlington, Poughkeepsie area. Was very, unfortunately I didn't film it. I was actually on a bunch of phone calls, but that area it was coming down hard and heavy. Anyhow, let me back this thing in real quick. And then I am off to get a haircut. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll check in for this potential Sunday, Monday storm, which seems like it is going to be a thing. They just have no idea what it's going to do. Is it going to just drop an inch here? Is it going to be more? The timing sucks. It's a long duration event. My Mondays are super busy. We have to figure out childcare, work, whatever, based on the storm. She goes to work, I go to work, blah, 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 blah. It's tough. Mondays are the worst day for all that, too. All right. Everybody have a great rest of your day, weekend. Stay safe and enjoy. And USA Hockey here. We were actually going to go up to Lake Placid this weekend, but they're getting dumped on this weekend. I'm bringing a baby with 8 inches of snow is not feasible, but how cool would it have been to watch USA Hockey in the Olympics in Lake Placid or wherever? That would have been amazing. But good luck to them. Good luck to everybody, and peace.